At Suncorp Stadium, this is the Brisbane Big League 1994 Grand Final, featuring minor premiers the Redcliffe Dolphins and defending champions West's Panthers.
Hello and welcome to Suncorp Stadium. Yes, Grand Final day. The atmosphere is great. Quite a good crowd building up here today. Many of them, I think, expecting a changing in the guard. There's no doubt at all, Wests have been the dominant side of the 90s. They've been in 4 consecutive grand finals. They won the last 2, and they won't relinquish this title very easily at all. On the other hand, Redcliffe, minor premiers, they've only lost 4 games this year, but there's enormous pressure on them because you have to go back to 1965, the last time they won a grand final here in Brisbane. Let's have a look at previous encounters. Really, it doesn't matter that much. One apiece in the fixture matches, and then only 2 weeks ago, Redcliffe won that match, but West came back very strongly. So they'll take quite a bit of confidence from that particular result. They'll think there's still a very good chance today. With me, as usual, Tony Curry. Tony, you played in grand finals in both Sydney and Brisbane. What would be the feeling in the dressing room now?
Well, very nervous feeling, I think, David. I think there are 2 things to winning grand finals: the preparation the week before, the way the team comes out and plays the game, and also the mental side of things. I've seen some players go out there and grand final atmosphere really don't perform up to expectations. I anticipate both teams coming out prepared well, playing to their ability. It's a 50-50 proposition every grand final. My heart says West, my head says Redcliffe. I don't know which way to go. I'm going to have to lean for the red and black today.
Western Suburbs take the field in the 1994 Grand Final. Schultz, Maguire, Smith, Strutton, Tong, Bowen the captain and Berrigan. And in the forwards, Vivian, Green, Retchless, Liddell, Little and Seaby. The Dolphins trying to get their first premiership in 29 years. Canning, Miller, Rick McGrady and his brother Jason in the centres. Smith, Adamson, O'Reilly, the halfback. And in the forwards, Spark, Tweedy, Graham, Rubisam, Collins and Pike. Referee for today's game is Ian Irwin for the 1994 Brisbane Rugby League Grand Final. The toss has been won by Western Suburbs, and they have elected to run from right to left. The kick-off by Redcliffe. West position for a very deep kick-off, as is the norm. Deep downfield, that's Retchless, gets a hold of it, and he'll bring it back 10 metres from his own goal line. Very short line of defence employed here by Redcliffe in the early minutes of the game. And Tony, obviously this important part to gain dominance nice and early.
Well, this is the settling in period, the first 20. These Redcliffe forwards, they'll go out at hammer and tong. And I hope the West forwards, they're ready for the day. They'll go at them as well, so we're in for a great game.
Schultz there helping out his forwards. Little steps out of the dummy half position, knocks the ball downfield. That'll be picked up there by Neil Smith. He brings the ball back to a good straight line of defence by the Panthers. That's the halfway line. Redcliffe always keen to move the ball soon after the first kick, and that's forward the ball. The pass up there, Irwin, even though he was well in front of play, detected a forward pass.
Ball going out, Miller just overrunning it. Ian Irwin not in good position, but picking that one up nice and early.
Great day for the Dolphins so far. Redcliffe in the Colts, 12 points to 8. And in reserve grade, 32 points to 22. But this is the one that counts. This is the one they want to win. And West now in possession inside Redcliffe territory. Little out of the dummy half position. Good little scoot.
David, we just saw Graham Strutton there make a nice half break from the scrum. I think he's going to be a key man in West fortunes today. He's played 100 games for West. He's going on the tour to Africa with the Australian resident side, the Queensland resident side, and he's had a great year.
He certainly has. West now on the attack, 30 metres out, some strong defence coming in. Ian Graham's tried a shoulder charge. Bowen fades across field, creates a little chance there for Strutton. He's slammed into the ground. Knock on both ways.
Well, good defence from Redcliffe. Strutton fading across. A bad ball to Sam. Sam Smith just overrunning it, but what about the tackle from McGrady up under the rib cage?
Scrum to pack. Could be a loose head. Just got there by O'Reilly. Really, Berrigan should have been quicker to get onto that ball.
Certainly right there.
Rubisam. I listened to the talk by Ian Irwin before the match when both captains were out there to do the toss. As we see here, Canning make a bit of an opportunity on the outside. Well done by Tong. But Irwin's instructions were quite clear that he wanted to play the ball clean. He wanted to see a good open match and insisted that players get up out of the play the ball.
Well, that West defensive line are very keen. They're getting up, trying to get to that advantage line, and at the moment they are getting to the advantage line and stopping the Redcliffe forward power.
Ian Graham, the skipper, up to play it. Tweedy. Over the top, Little underneath Fuller, who's on there for Mick Seeby, who's in the blood bin at the moment. Plenty of pressure here now, and Adamson just gets the kick away. Tong does well to grab it as it was about to go past him. Once again, a good chase by Redcliffe. Very important here now to keep the errors down to an absolute minimum. That's Schultz. He's lost it. That's the one Redcliffe were after. Spark fires it up to Rubasam. Stands in the tackle. Only now put to ground.
The Panthers will be very wary of this second phase attack from Redcliffe. The big forwards stand in the first tackle and get a ball away, and then Redcliffe come on from there.
That's Pike again. He's lost that ball. I think he's lost it clean. Irwin hasn't noticed yet that the ball has gone to ground. Now he does.
Advice from the touch judge. Two-man West tackle. Brett Green just getting up under the arm there and appealing. Oh, maybe a little reef there, but no, I think the referee's right there.
Scrum to pack. Berrigan to take it out. Looks for Bowen straight away. Adamson comes up very quickly. One-on-one. This time Vivian. No go-forward play here from the Panthers.
Oh, it's fiery tackle too. David, what they've got to do, Western Suburbs and Redcliffe as well, is it's the opening 20. They've just got to go through their motions, do everything 100%. Like I said before, the football guide, if you do the things 100%, everything will take care of itself.
Here's Brett Green making a bit of a half break. Berrigan, West very keen to get the ball out wide to Vivian, to Strutton. Good defence that from Ricky McGrady. That's the fifth tackle. Berrigan harassed by O'Reilly, just gets his kick in, but not a good one. Good work from O'Reilly to come out of the marker position. That's the changeover. Ball out on the full on that fifth tackle.
That really is a crucial mistake. John Little was supposed to take that kick. It went back to Berrigan. Berrigan got a shocking one away under good pressure from the Redcliffe players. And look where Redcliffe are now. They're in the 20-metre zone.
Collins, Adamson, O'Reilly, the little wrap around, looking for support. Good defence, though, from Wes. O'Reilly's gone to dummy half. Spark. Just takes it forward. It's about the third tackle. Collins. Graham. Liddell can't. And the ball's been called forward. That's the second time that Redcliffe have just overrun the pass.
Look, that really is good refereeing. Ian Irwin in the right position on the other side of the ruck, trying to get as much advantage as possible, the Redcliffe forwards, but that one went forward. No doubt about that.
Berrigan to feed this time. West will be very keen to get it outside their own territory. There was a scrum a couple of minutes ago and they really could not progress it too far. That's a better wrap this time. Brett Green. Last time their second play came back straight into midfield and really hit a brick wall. This time Liddell, that's got to be a touch high. No, Irwin signals around the shoulders. Vivian. Strong defence from Redcliffe.
He's hurt. Takes a lot to hurt Shagger. Just comes into that tackle, coming across. Oh, Code clearly head clash there. He's feeling it.
Liddell this time gets around Vivian. There's plenty of blood coming out of the face of Shane Vivian. Surely that'll be another blood bin situation. That's got to be offside. I think Little milked that one.
You're certainly right there, David.
Collins was in behind there. There's the signal from the referee saying that Vivian will also go to the blood bin.
The ball goes back. Johnny Little just threw that back, and he's a professional. He's been around for a while, and he got the penalty.
Mark Maguire to look for touch. Shane Vivian has had to go to the blood bin. He's been replaced by Cameron Roper. Brett Green. So two of West's best forwards at the moment in the blood bin. Mick Seeby and Shane Vivian, but they're on attack. Inside that's a good straight back, but no, the referee Ian Irwin says he was touching the man as he made that strike. You cannot touch the player as he's about to play the ball.
This will be very interesting. We see Pike getting up to be first marker. Are his hands on? Yes, he's right there in the ruck. That is a good decision.
Mark Maguire should have no problem with this. 22 metres out. And touch to the right-hand side of the post. There's a look at it. Should not be a problem for a player of his calibre. Not a problem at all. 2 points to 0. The Panthers lead after 9 minutes of the grand final. Restart by Redcliffe. They're down by 2 points to 0. This is a good kick-off. Redcliffe not up far enough. Great kick. That'll be a goal line dropout. Poor play from the Panthers.
Well, that is very costly, David. The kick goes deep. Now, still Redcliffe. He should be an extra yard deeper and always come forward to the ball, but no, it goes over his head, and they're going to pay the penalty well and truly.
Pressure on the Panthers. Goal line dropout by John Little. Wobbly kick. Taken there by the big front row and Brad Pike, and he charges forward. Collins to Rubasam.
Oh, look at that hit.
Great tackle. Vivian back on there after being in the blood bin for a short period of time. Adamson, this is where they're dangerous. Redcliffe, Canning tries to bump away from one and does so. Gets to the inside the 10-metre line. Redcliffe with a very dangerous back line. Graham at dummy half to Adamson to O'Reilly. Out here to Spark. Good defence, pops it back though. That's a good little pop back. O'Reilly gets into space. He'll go all the way. No, just lost
great
it.
Tackle, Schultz.
Try saver. Lost the ball over the try line.
I'll have a look at the flip back from Sparks. Stands in the tackle, gets a little right arm, flick back. O'Reilly just sets sail. Fuller can't get a hand on him, and he sets sail for the line, going in low. But a great grassing tackle by Schultz prevents the try.
West now off the hook. They still lead by 2 points to 0 as Bowen comes out of the dummy half position, gets a good 8 metres. Berrigan, Green, looking for that wide ruck, but there's plenty of defence there. Graham and Rubasam. This time Liddell. Again, the defence good. The same two players. Little, not a strong kick, but gets a good roll on. Canning, has he got a hand on that? No. Irwin says it was only legs.
Looked like his hands were down there, but I think he pulled them away just in time. The ball deflected off the knees.
Just as well he did. Smith, I think it is, who's run out of the dummy half position. Collins, Adamson, Tweedy.
David, at this stage, I don't think the West kicking game is up to scratch for my liking in a grand final.
No, it's very predictable, actually, Tony. We watched this whole final series with Johnny Little stepping out of that dummy half position, and if read by the defence, he can be immediately under pressure.
Exactly.
This is Adamson, the little one over the top. Here comes Ricky McGrady. Tong's got it covered. The touch line will be there first. Scrum to pack. West have won the scrum again. Strutton, who's standing at the 5'8" position, tries a little bit of fancy footwork, beats a couple, picks up a couple of extra metres. Little to dummy half. Green does well to get out of the scrum. Quick play the ball required by the Panthers. Here comes Liddell. Couple of strong rucks to take the 8 or 9 metres on offer. Berrigan, they'll go back to the right-hand side. Bowen, Strutton. Here comes Sam Smith looping around, just gets on the outside. Tong can't handle it. Loose ball, that'll be Redcliffe's. O'Reilly, Adamson, Miller.
Oh, he caused a lot of damage last time they played. I think he got off about 3 or 4 unloads.
Plays it forward. There's another strong effort from Miller. O'Reilly, a little bit of a confusion there at the back of the Redcliffe ruck. That's unusual. One more to the right they want. Collins, they're setting something up here.
They've got to go left here. The Redcliffe back line nice and deep. Bevan Canning out wide too.
Let's see what they've got on. They have a few good little set plays. Plenty of time to be taken here by McGrady. Canning, well read there by Strutton though, as they tried to put that little play on. One coming in, the other one going wide. That's the 5th. Adamson, not the best kick, but it'll still bring pressure. O'Reilly takes it. Back to Graham, long one out to Miller, one-on-one with Maguire. Must go at him now, son. And the ball still in play. picked up by Schultz, and that'll be play on.
Good work by Miller there. He's very much under pressure. Got a little grubber in, and anything could have happened again.
West being caught inside their own territory. I'm sure Brad Price would feel a lot more relieved if they can get a good 6 on here and get a good kick away. David Fuller up to play it. Little tries the dummy this time, but it can't be sold to Rubasam. Redcliffe's marker defence, Tony's been very good.
Well, they've done their homework. Coach Ross O'Reilly have to be very proud of the way his markers are working. And true to form, Redcliffe have kept West in this area for a long, long time.
That's 5th tackle. Very poor play this from West. They can't find it difficult. They get it. That's been touched. Irwin hasn't signalled it though. He's called it just a rebound. He may have Redcliffe offside. There's Seaby back on. Redcliffe was not in a position to partake in that play, having been in front of the kicker. Even though it had rebounded from Redcliffe, Irwin did not signal him back onside. Collins. This time to Pike.
Even though the West defence has stood nice and firm, I just think they can't hold out if they keep making fundamental errors without clearing their ball from their own 30-metre zone.
O'Reilly, he's through. Clean break by O'Reilly. Great defence again by Schultz. Popped it up nicely. Out to Ricky McGrady. Beautiful hands. Through Graham to Ricky McGrady. Beautiful play initially by O'Reilly, the halfback. A number of times we've seen Adamson stand inside O'Reilly, even though they play in reverse halfback 5'8". Adamson often the player to take it first up. And we'll see it here again. Adamson fires it out to O'Reilly. Always players in motion. O'Reilly just holds it up, lets the sliding defence go. Good attempted tackle by Schultz initially, but O'Reilly does beautifully well. Out to Graham, fires the long pass out. Ricky McGrady, too much pace. Brings it around to improve the position. Redcliffe in for their first try.
Oh, what a great opening try for the grand final for Redcliffe. Collins delivers the ball. O'Reilly straight through. Now, Berrigan was the man. He slid. He didn't take his man. Great attempted tackle by Schultz, but great presence of mind to unload O'Reilly to Graham. And once you give it to that man, Rick McGrady, oh, stop there. Look, he even takes it around past Green. I'll take it even further. Thank you.
Ricky McGrady, the try-scoring machine for Redcliffe. 23 tries. One of the reasons they were minor premiers, and they just might win the grand final with his assistance. Wayne Miller, the top point scorer in the competition, trying to extend the lead. At the moment, 4-2 to the Dolphins. He's missed it. The score remains 4 points to 2 after 18 minutes.
Well, this is from concerted pressure. West want to make the mistakes, then Redcliffe will make them pay. Berrigan misses, oversliding. O'Reilly straight through, setting sail. A great attempt by Schultz. A great presence of mind. He unloads. Graham, good backup for the big man. Unloads straight away to the will of the West. McGrady out wide. Brings it around, but to no avail. But 4 points will do him.
Maguire to restart. West putting too much pressure on themselves. Let's see if this professional Redcliffe outfit can do better and get the ball out of their own territory, something that the Panthers have had difficulty to do. Jason McGrady, the dummy half. Can't get away from Little. Collins, O'Reilly, Adamson, dummy play, finds Canning. Here's the extra man. Ricky McGrady can't hold it. Picked up by Tong. If he looked on the outside, Berrigan was unmarked.
Oh, he was in for sure if he looked out right.
Safety first, though. Redcliffe looks and no one wants to run with it. This time, Mick Seaby, he'll get them over the advantage line. Strong run by Seaby.
That's the way for the big fella. He's taken on little Tom O'Reilly and got a great 10 metres.
Opportunities here. Berrigan can't get through that defence, though. Spark up quickly, along with Adamson. This time Little standing one off the ruck. Long one to Bowen. Chance on the outside with this sliding defence. There's Sam Smith. Feeds it straight away to Maguire. He's in.
That's an easy try.
Well, that's what happens if you want to stack your defence close to your try line. A good passing movement by West. No one running, everyone moving. The only runner was the last man in Maguire, and you could see Smith just go bang and give it to him straight away to make sure he had the most time possible to avoid that cover. Have a look at the short line of Redcliffe. They're only covering less than the last 15 metres. Smith does well, doesn't even try and draw Miller too much. Bang, straight out. And there's Maguire in the corner. Good work.
Well, for my money, Brett Schultz down at fullback. We won't see it here, but he's doing a dummy run. He holds the Redcliffe line. Bowen then a wide one straight across to Sam Smith. And Mark Maguire, he's a great finisher, and he had to be to get in under Miller's tackle.
Mark Maguire attempting to convert his own try. He's made it tough for himself. 16 tries he's scored this season. From the touchline. Hits it quite well, but it won't have the legs. Just to the right-hand side as well. Score remains 6-4 in favour of the Panthers. 20 minutes to go up to half-time.
Fantastic replay. Look in the bottom corner here. Schultz making a dummy run, just coming in now into picture, holding the Redcliffe backs. McGrady had the hole through the hands. Maguire makes it easy under the tackle of Miller. Great four-pointer, great return.
Restart by Redcliffe. This one a little grubble on the ground after they had some great success previously with that long kick. It seemed to me they tried something different and it really didn't come off. Vivian to the 20-metre line. There's Little with a good little dart out of the dummy half position. There again, another mistake from the first six. Redcliffe, I think, disadvantaged by the ball, just toppling over at that kickoff, and therefore could not get the loop. There's a little pop back to Collins. Both sides making mistakes after the kickoff to allow the opposition to get straight back on the attack. This time to the right-hand side. Spark, plenty of dummy runners. Canning can't get through. Smith decides to come in to make the tackle.
Well, David, that's what happens in grand finals. Certain players, they react differently to the pressure, and that time Berrigan didn't come up trumps.
O'Reilly tries the dummy. He was dangerous and played a great role in the first try for Redcliffe. This time West defence to the fore. Taking one forward is Spark. Thumping tackle. It was a settler and he certainly got settled down. This is the last tackle. Adamson, the little grubber kick through. Tom can't pick it up. Oh, he does on his second pickup.
Very fortunate.
Fortunate for one, but good work to recover. It could easily have been a try. Goal line dropout by Johnny Little. Not the first one they've had to do today. That's a good kick. 50 metres on the fly. Back on the inside. Troy Lindsay has come on now. Interchange with Kahu Tweedy. Unlimited interchange in Brisbane club football. This time Pike. Redcliffe have enjoyed territorial advantage. Adamson, plenty of crossfield running. Back on the inside to Graham. Stands in the tackle to Collins. Collins decides to go forward. His opposing number called Ian Irwin. Redcliffe a lot flatter than normal now. This time Andrew Schick gets it 5 metres out. He's a strong player. Collins, Adamson.
He's going to go
from the try line. Not far from the try. Easy. Too easy. 3 of the West players left on the ground, mainly because they didn't move up in that area. Once you're not far out, you must attack the ball carrier. It gave a little bit of room for Grant Adamson, and he was good enough to take advantage. The good stepping, back inside Seaby at the second attempt, and over, under the sticks.
Well, for my money, you shouldn't be sliding off your own line. No, look at the defensive line from West, just moving straight out. Adamson just takes advantage, and he just weaves his way in. He's under the sticks. That's got to be 6 points.
Adamson, 12 tries this season. Great one, that one, under the post. Wayne Miller attempting to extend this lead for the Redcliffe Dolphins. Not a problem from right in front. 10-6 in favour of Redcliffe. 15 minutes up to half-time.
Well, the golden rule in my book is come off your line and go at the man, but there it is. Still Redcliffe guilty of going over, sliding, and Adamson just makes haste and very professional. He's happy. Just get up, get on with the game. Thank you for the try.
Good run that by Smith.
Well, both these Redcliffe wingers are just like second forwards.
Schick up there, but he's met by Sam Smith. This time McGrady, he's very dangerous. Bumps out of one attempted tackle. Great gain at 20 metres. That's the 5th tackle. Will Redcliffe elect to run it this time? No, Miller takes it into his own hands, knocks it down, but too far. I'm sure his teammates won't be impressed with that one.
Well,
and actually, Adamson points back and says, I wanted it.
They were a little bit upset. Miller took it under his own undertaking to put a kick downfield, and he's actually just relieved the pressure from West.
20-metre tap for the Panthers. Just under 12 minutes to go up to half-time. 10-6 in favour of the Dolphins. Baseball out to Redcliffe. That's Strutton. Decides not to run. Brings it back to Green in midfield. Had his hands free for a moment, but the defence converging. This time, Bowen, Vivian decides to straighten it. Gets to the halfway line. Schultz to dummy half. Fuller. Nowhere to go, though. Redcliffe defence very strong in the middle. That's the 5th. Johnny Little does his usual step out, knock it down. Too far.
Oh.
Too far. That'll be a changeover. And it's the second time in the match Redcliffe have had the benefit of a ball going out on the full.
Well, they've only got themselves to blame, the Panthers, for the predicament they're in at the moment. But Johnny Little, what he had to do was step right back. That cut his angle right down again. He put a torpedo in and it went over that sideline by a couple of metres.
Miller this time. Big, strong winger, Wayne Miller. Thumped into the ground. Collins to Schick. He's a strong player. Scored a try in the semi-final a couple of weeks ago. The halves organising things. O'Reilly, Adamson, out to Pike. Pike just goes straight through that flimsy defence out wide. Was Berrigan. This time Canning dashes out of there. Very quick, very dangerous. Got West on a roll. They're rolling back. Can they recover the situation? Adamson, O'Reilly, they switched again. This time Ricky McGrady beats that first one. Tries to step out of the second but can't. That's the 5th tackle. Quick play the ball will be an advantage. Adamson. The kick up into the sun. This will be a tough one. It's in the in-goal area. They dropped it. That. Smith can't get it, but Schick can. He had all the time in the world. Andrew Schick. West really made a meal of it. 2 players having a go at it. Inexcusable from the Panthers. Tong and Schultz. Breakdown in communication. Redcliffe have reaped the benefits. The high kick was a good one because it went up into the sun. That made it difficult for the Panthers. Right into the sun. That's what they were looking at. The ball knocked clear. Ironically, Smith can't get back, but Schick gets there in plenty of time.
Well, it's a fantastic kick. Adamson just puts it up. Not too much weight on it, not too much height. Now, Neil Smith is coming through, putting the pressure. That's why these Redcliffe West players collide. Bad communication. Not many players score in grand finals. Neil Smith wanted to be one of them, but Schick beats him to it.
Andrew Schick, 5 tries. He scored 1 in the semi-final, 1 in the grand final. West behind the goal line there. Bit of talk, but not much action. They'll need to get it into action on the restart. Wayne Miller attempting to convert this try. They lead already by 14 points to 6. Miller from wide out. Hits it pretty well. Got it. Might have even just flicked the upright. 16-6. 8 minutes to go up to half-time. Good lead for the Dolphins.
Well, the Dolphins, they're in control. A nice kick by Adamson, just the right weight, putting the pressure on the West players. Neil Smith struggling to get back. Have a look at him. He's trying to get back, but Schick arrives just in time. He scores the try.
Now West chance or turn to defend. Lindsay. Graham. He's offloaded all day and does so again to Collins, to O'Reilly. Pike, really flat ruck and was confronted by Redcliffe. That's the 5th tackle. Collins places a good kick. It'll force Schultz. No, it's going to go too far. Restart from the 20-metre line. Johnny Little to take the tap. Vivian just strolls forward. Really does need an injection of enthusiasm here from the Panthers. Seavey. He was off the field a little bit earlier with a blood bin, a cut.
Well, they're going to go nice and wide here.
Berrigan, Bowen, Smith. Tries to get outside that sliding defence. Almost had a chance. And Tony, I think that's what they've got to do all the time. Redcliffe like to stack it in. You've got to move that stack around. There's Liddell. That's the 4th. Chance to go wide if they want to. Brett Green. Can't get his hands free as Berrigan looped.
I'll tell you what, Dave, if he gets his hands free and they can get that second phase, that stacked and sliding defence will have problems.
Well, and penalty has gone to the Panthers for the markers, I think, not standing square. Quick tap. Redcliffe. This is the chance the Panthers want. 4 minutes to go after half-time. Good work from Green to just hold the marker for a moment. Johnny Little, Liddell, going forward.
Quick play, the ball's needed.
Berrigan has to come into dummy half. Bowen fades across. Found Strutton. Strutton tries to straighten, cover defence from Graham. Gets his hands free, puts it over the top. Vivian comes back to the inside. Great stuff from West. Just as Tony was saying, they needed to get that second phase going, to get into the defensive situation, get into the tackles and pop the ball back. West have done exactly that. They've hit back well. After getting a penalty, they were allowed to put some concerted pressure on. 16 points to 10 now with the kick to come. Let's have a look at it. Strutton straightens it up. Good strong defence from Graham, but he can't put him to ground. Strutton struggles, pops it over the top. Vivian in space, he straightens, the whole defence going the wrong way. There's 5 of them. Vivian just sets his sight for the try line, well and truly over, whacks it down and raises the hand.
Well, if you want 6 points, this is the way to score it. Now, Strutton, this man must be immensely strong. He's going through the tackle here. Graham is one of the best hitters in the Redcliffe pack. He can't put him down. He's standing his ground, and then he gets a miraculous pass away, and Vivian just sets sail for the line in behind the defence. Betters the position, and that's surely got to be 6 points. What a timely try.
Mark Maguire should not have a problem with this one, right in front. Straight over, 16-12 now, still in favour of the Dolphins. 2 minutes to go up to half-time.
This is what happens when you take the ball to the defence. Bowen across, a nice wide ball. Really, there's nothing going on here. Strutton off his right foot. Graham just can't put him down. He is very strong. Great presence of mind. Ball back to Vivian, off the right foot, in behind the Redcliffe defence. That's around for 6 points, and 16-12 to Redcliffe. We've got a ball game again.
Statistics at half-time. Wests have had to make more tackles, not many more, but they've made too many errors. 20 there as against 13 for Redcliffe. Penalties have favoured them 3-0. The scrums have also favoured Wests, but it's the metres gained. 7.66 for Redcliffe. That's a good effort. They've had more possession, certainly more time in possession. But when you have a look at it, time in the opposition half, Redcliffe have dominated territorially. Wests have been camped inside their own territory. When you have a look at completed sets of 6 and line breaks, nothing in it. Kicks in general play, well, Redcliffe have had more ball, therefore they've kicked it more. The all-important stat, though, at half-time, 16 points to 12 in favour of the Dolphins. Ian Irwin restarts the play for the second half in the 1994 Brisbane Rugby League Grand Final. 16-12 in favour of Redcliffe. The Dolphins try and bring the ball back to the 20-metre line. Strong defence. Pike can't be put to ground, though. Good effort there to hold his ground. That's Canning. Little dart out of the dummy half position. Tweedy back on after a spell on the interchange bench. Collins to dummy half. Graham. Redcliffe obviously quite keen to get a good 6 in here in the early part of the second half. Nothing too fancy. Troy Lindsay tries a little pop back, does well. Back on the inside. Tweedy pops it up just as I say they're playing it safe. They start to keep it alive. Collins. O'Reilly to dummy half on the 5th tackle. Adamson just knocks it downfield. Oh, there's an awkward bounce. This knocked forward surely by Redcliffe. That's the changeover. Ross O'Reilly on the sideline, the Redcliffe coach. Ross, you must be a little bit disappointed letting in that try right on half-time.
Yeah, mate. There were 2 tries, actually. We had good field position for the majority of the half and come up with a few errors, and we had a few calls go against us. Gave them good field position, and yeah, very disappointed in that one just before half-time.
Well, Ross, it's 16-12, mate. I think it's anyone's game. Where do you think your guys can win it in this half?
Well, our forwards obviously are our strength. You know, if we can come up with no errors and keep the pressure on them with good field position, I think we have the strike players once we're down there to capitalise and score the tries. But our defence on our line, we've got to improve. We've addressed that at half-time. We've really got to nominate and move up and shut them down. We're just hanging back a little bit, and probably our communication isn't the best there.
OK, Ross, thanks very much for your assistance this year, and certainly for the grand final. All the best.
Thank you.
Redcliffe now deep inside their own territory after a good kick downfield by the Panthers. Nice tidy start from both sides. This time Graham charges forward. Let's have a look at the defensive efforts in the first half. For Redcliffe, Collins, Spark and Graham, the forwards doing their bit, as is the same for Western Suburbs, and Redcliffe once again right up the top there with 23 tackles. Adamson, a huge kick downfield. Can't get it over the head of Brett Schultz, though. He's very quick. And Redcliffe's straight line, not as good as normal, but good enough.
Schultz thought twice about trying to run around Rick McGrady, that's for sure.
Okay, this time Maguire gets it 35 metres out. Brett Green can't get through that wall of Redcliffe defence. It's been very strong just around the rucks. Johnny Little does well for Vivian. Vivian likes to straighten and does so. Straight up the middle,
Look on the inside.
On the inside, he decides to cut right. I think he did the right thing because that cover defence blocked out the pass to Berrigan, so he thought, well, that's not on. Here's Strutton. Strutton tries to go down, fires it back. That's knocked backwards, says Ian Irwin. And certainly the first action was back. Could have been.
I thought there was a second one there that might have went forward.
Ian Irwin thinks it was okay. West making a couple of breaks.
Well, Strutton throws the ball back now. Oh, look, maybe not propelled to his opponent's goal line. Maybe okay.
Redcliffe now trying to bring it outside. There's Miller playing it forward. He likes to do that. He'll run straight up the middle of the ruck. Strutton gets a hold of him and just grasses him in time. That's the 5th tackle. This time Adamson comes to the blind side. Again, quite happy just to knock it down there. Not looking for too much. Tong picks it up. The chase is by the kicker and by Smith. Adamson is good enough to chase his own kick and make the tackle.
Oh, he's having a whale of a game, Adamson, this early in the match.
He's controlled things very well for the Dolphins.
David, have you been fortunate enough to play in a grand final?
Tony, not in Brisbane, I haven't. And actually it was 20 years ago, almost to the day, that Brothers played here in 1974. It was a trialist grand final won by Redcliffe. Unfortunately, the cartilage out a couple of against Valleys, I should say. Had a cartilage out just beforehand. So I missed that opportunity. And certainly there's been a lot of effort going by both these clubs.
I've just felt that when I've played in grand finals, both halves have been like total beginnings of each game. Both teams would come out here now and forget the first half. There's a knock-on. And mistakes like that, which, you know, that can lose the game. But it is virtually the start of the game again.
And there's nothing in it either. Here's Sam Smith on the outside, fires it straight away to Maguire. That was too early, I thought. Been touched, I think.
By Redcliffe.
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's a good call for Wes. And Brad Price on the sideline, the West coach. Brad, you'd have to be quite happy with the way the boys came back in that first half to get it back to 16-12.
Yeah, mate, I was happy, but I was a bit disappointed with the way we ended up in the position we were at that time.
Well, Brad, you're putting yourself under pressure, the Panthers, with mistakes in your own 30 and 40 zone. How do you think you can crawl out of this one and win it?
Well, obviously, mate, don't make those mistakes. I think if we had as many opportunities in their zone as they've had in ours, we'd score a few more points.
That's one of the big pluses, Brad, really. You only had those 2 chances and the boys put tries on.
Well, that's exactly right, and we mentioned that at half-time, and hopefully with a few more opportunities we'll get away with this game.
OK, well, the boys have started well in this second half. They still trail by 4 points. Thanks very much for your assistance throughout the year, Brad, and to all the Brisbane coaches. Good luck for the rest of the game.
Thank you very much.
That's the 5th. Oh, what's he done? He's lost it. No, penalty. Kahu Tweedy, I think, interfering in the play of the ball. Why wouldn't you take 2 points?
Right in front.
Can't believe that.
Virtually throw that ball over from there.
Gives a licence for the opposition to stand offside too. Now, let's see if they're right. Johnny Little, obstruction.
Look at that.
Dear, oh dear. And creamed as well. John, that was not a good decision.
Well, John there, David Liddell overrunning. A bit unfortunate, but yes, there was an obstruction to the defence there. Johnny Little, hang your head.
Redcliffe valuing possession. Smith decides just to go straight forward. They would not risk trying to find touch from midfield. Graham, 2 good rucks. That's great rucking.
Great run from the captain.
Collins. Oh, strong shoulder charge from Liddell. On Pike, and he just feels his face to see if it's still okay, all intact. Good few plays this from Redcliffe. They've got it inside West territory already. Tweedy's knocked it on. Could have done without that.
Well, if anything's going to kill sides, unforced errors. No pressure on Kahu Tweedy. Had a little bit of a look.
Scrum to pack. Berrigan feeds. They'll use the blind side. Smith can't get away from Jason McGrady.
coming down to the 20-minute mark. Both teams are in the groove for the second half, but at this stage, Dave, I'd say West have had the full running of this half.
Yes, they've had a little bit of advantage. They've made a couple of breaks, but they have not put points on. Tony, I just can't believe they didn't take those 2 points on offer before. When you get back to 16-14, I mean, another penalty even late in the game then can get you extra time.
Exactly right. We saw yesterday one team guilty of maybe doing that all year, and in the end, they're not going to go any further in the semi-final campaign.
And that's, of course, the Brisbane Broncos, knocked out yesterday, 15-14. That's the 5th tackle. West haven't made too much progress. Bowen decides to kick for himself. Could be awkward this for Redcliffe. Miller does well to pick it up. Covered well, those wingers sitting back watching for the kick.
Oh, he's played well all year, Miller. He's a vital acquisition for the Dolphins this year.
Bowen realising it's going to take a little bit extra from him personally to lift his teammates. Well, a penalty will come from that. I just wonder, these players who like to get up and place the ball on the ground and leave their hand on the ball, they're almost leaving the hand in the ruck.
Yeah, Smith trying to... Yeah, well, he wasn't given the opportunity of releasing that.
Redcliffe now with the tap. Collins looking for runners. Finally gets one in the skipper in Graham. Ian Graham gallops forward. O'Reilly. Let's remember, Redcliffe had got the lead, 16-12. O'Reilly. Spark.
He's had a quiet one today, David. Craig Spark, hardly sighted.
O'Reilly this time comes back the blind side to Lindsay. Redcliffe obviously just prepared to go forward here. That's the 5th. And the kick to come through Sheck, just knocking it to the in-goal area. Tong will want to hurry because he's got some chasers on him. Come forward, son. Come forward.
Oh, my goodness.
Great chase though from Redcliffe, but Peter Tong, you go low and hard from there. Number 1 priority, get out of the in-goal area and get into the field of play. He was up too high as well.
Well, there was only one word for that: inexperience. Putting his team under pressure, West to drop out. We've seen it all before. If they get another 6 tackles against them, invariably a try will come.
Okay, the Dolphins' chance to put a nail in the coffin. Graham takes it. Up to Pike. That's the 20-metre line. Redcliffe love this area of the field. They've got some good little set plays. First of all, the forwards. Troy Lindsay.
No backup. He needs backup.
They've got them on the right. There's a chance here. Little wrap around. Spark. Offloads nicely. Canning pushes away from one. Very quick, Bevan Canning. Mick Seavey can't hold him. Bevan Canning struggling. Only a couple of metres out. West are in trouble. Collins, Adamson, McGrady. That's Ricky. Ricky tries to step. West defence holds. Berrigan and Vivian. That's about 4 tackles gone. O'Reilly just fires it up to Graham. Graham tries to struggle forward. That's the 5th.
Will they have another shot out to the right? Or are they going to go left?
They're going to come straight at him. Up the middle and over. He's over. Brad Pike, the big front rower. Redcliffe have really played it tight. They've just ground their way to this position. They did well to knock the ball in the in-goal area. They used all 5, and then rather than kick, they used number 6 as well. A couple of little dummy plays out of the dummy half, back on the inside. The old chestnut, that one. And up the middle comes Brad Pike. He's got across, 20 points to 12.
Well, the man that makes it is Ian Graham. He's going forward from the first play of the ball area. He takes Brett Green. Brett Green can't put the hit on, and Pike just burrows in under for another well-needed try.
Redcliffe supporters, they've been waiting a long time for Redcliffe to win a grand final. Don't start celebrating yet, the players aren't. Wayne Miller attempting to extend this lead of the Dolphins. At the moment, 20 points to 12. 17 minutes to go in the match in the grand final. Miller, can he add 2 more? Yes, he can. 22 points to 12. The Panthers still alive with 17 minutes to go.
Well, if we look closely, Ian Graham goes forward, takes out Brett Green, pushes him across. He can't get in low. There's the tackle coming in. And by the time he can set himself, Pike is under. Well, a little bit of obstruction. I don't know. What do you think?
Restart of play by Maguire. It's a ploy often used and often goes undetected, Tony, isn't it, with that Watt near the try line there, with the man playing the ball, getting involved with the marker. Redcliffe will take the 6 points, though. They've done well to grind their way up. Once again, let's see them grind this out. They've been a very strong physical side all year, and they're going to keep playing to that strength.
Yes, David, the success of that move often depends on that first play the ball player taking the opposing marker away.
It worked for them there, and they've got 6 points out of it. Redcliffe not shutting up shop, but they're certainly playing it tight. Graham decides to offload it. Out to Adamson. Out to Spark. That's the 5th. It was from here they got to the in goal last time when Tong couldn't get it out. Let's see what happens this time. I bet she comes forward quickly this time. No! Peter Tong, a lot of work to do. And makes it this time. Well done. He realised the errors. Here's a little kick through by Ricky McGrady. No! Ian Irwin says no. He was saying you won't stand in square on, son. And I think he's right. You must stand square on.
Oh, crucial penalty.
Well, that was the grand final, if that was a permissible try. Interesting to see again. Tom does well.
Well, McGrady marks up. Let's have a look. Oh, he's hanging over the play of the ball. Very good decision, Ian Irwin. Took a lot of guts, but it was right.
Mick Seavey. Let's have another look. Not a lot of room to work down that blind side.
He's down to the right of Tong. Plenty of speed to get there, though.
West now, a couple of tries, could still win it for them. And plenty of time to do it. 15 minutes to go. Redcliffe. They trailed Redcliffe by a substantial margin in the major semi-final and fought back well. Berrigan. The Redcliffe defence up the middle has been very strong all day, Tony.
Terrific. They've always been strong all year. It's just practice, practice, practice. Their preparation's been ideal for this game.
Bowen looks back on the inside, finds Fuller, back to Vivian. Good defence though by Redcliffe. Getting near the ball and also getting the ball. Vivian tried to offload. O'Reilly on the spot. Schick. Inside West territory. This time Sparks straight forward. And good territory to be made.
Yes, that time Big Mick Seavey was called offside until Spark had run the required 10.
Collins to Graham. They're folding back here on the left now, Redcliffe. West have got a good defensive line set, though. Adamson, there's the dummy. Ricky McGrady, there's Canning. Oh, almost gets around, gets away. Pops it up to Ricky McGrady. Nowhere to go. That's good defence from West.
Chris Elliott's on the field for Tong.
That's the 5th tackle. Adamson harassed, but still enough time to get up. Awkward little bounce, this one. Schultz gets it. Good run this, Brett Schultz. Open space for him. Can't quite get through all the way.
They've got to go wide, I think, Western Suburbs. They've got to get a try in this set of 6 or very close to it.
Seavey. Berrigan. Bowen. Straight to Smith. Tries to get rid of Spark. Fires it back to Bowen. Back to Berrigan.
Going nowhere.
Good line by Redcliffe. They'd slid across and made sure there were no gaps.
That's
even
discipline.
Back on the inside. Green. Struggle forward, pops it up. Redcliffe. That's what they're going to have to do if they're going to pull this one out of the fire. Redcliffe's in trouble. Berrigan, Fuller, Vivian comes at that defensive line. That's the 5th.
They've got to go back and have a hit back on the left-hand side. No, not
Here's
the
the
side.
line. Berrigan knocks it down. Canning off the knee. Look. Oh, and the touch.
Oh.
That's the break the Panthers were after. Off Redcliffe. Loose head and feed to West. Only 10 metres out.
Well, grand finals do funny things to kick through from Berrigan. Canning all the time in the world, but the ball just eludes him over the line, and he's let West in with a chance.
Blood bin again for Mick Seavey. Second time for the day. Liddell comes straight on.
Well, he knows he's not playing next week, David, so he thought he'd get a second stint in.
Great chance here now for West. Can they get back into this match, the grand final? Berrigan takes it straight back out. Poor pass up to Bowen. Gets a hold of it. Stratton looks for Bowen. Bowen, great cover defence from Schick.
Oh, fantastic work to come out of that scrum. Bowen was all
Must
for.
score on the
Oh,
left.
look at this.
Why would you do it, Craig Bowen? You're lucky to get that penalty. And one in the bin. Jason McGrady, 10 minutes. They'll play 10 men now, almost for the entire rest of the game. Smith is in.
A try.
Sam Smith. Well, they were arguing. Sam Smith said, well, I'm not here to argue. I'm here to play football.
Oh, my
West have
goodness.
come up with the points. And not only that, 22-16 with the kick to come, they'll play 12 men.
Quick tap. Everyone napping, everyone thinking what's going on. Sammy Smith says, I'll take it. They're back in the ball game, and Redcliffe down to 12 men. They're going to do it tough from here. Let's have a look at it. Quick tap by Smith, just underneath the tackle of Shit. He made a great cover defending tackle on Bowen earlier, but to no avail.
Let's have a look just what happened prior to this try. Sam Smith quickly onto the ball, and while Redcliffe are standing back, Smith is going forward. Good try for the Panthers. Well and truly back in the match at 22 points to 18. Redcliffe.
Well, it was a funny situation up there. Bowen almost looked like he was going to go over, got up and tried to play the ball. To me, it looked like a forearm jolt. And McGrady's penalised, and 10 minutes. And West are back in.
Johnny Little, the dummy.
Another big factor, David, will be that Redcliffe haven't had a game for a long time. West have had the hard road. They've played good, tough games, and let's see how they come out in the last 10 minutes.
Yes, this is only Redcliffe's second game in the last 4 weeks. Let's see what West can do on the fifth tackle. They're going to run it. No, they're not. Johnny Little, a shocker. He might get away with it, though. Taken by Smith. He could go all the way. Can't get away. Yes, no. Schultz stumbled, just caught the ankles. Desperate, thrown out of the way.
Well, that's a second tackle, isn't
Well,
it?
it is. Irwin decides to let it go on. Get back there, Brett Schultz. Don't worry about him. They'll need you at fullback. Canning. 4 points is the lead to Redcliffe. After Smith did well to take that ball. This time, the big fellow in Troy Lindsay.
And here they go onto the left here.
And West are a bit short too. Adamson fades
dummy.
across. The little rubber kick through. That's play on. Came off the foot of Redcliffe.
Bad option.
Schultz crunched. What a great try-saving tackle there by Brett Schultz. Determination. He was almost beaten and then came back just to make the tackle. Johnny Little wants it quickly. Bowen tries to step up the middle, finds Berrigan. Berrigan decides to dummy. He's his way through. Barry Berrigan is quick. He lacks support. Now he's got it in Bowen. Bowen, great cover.
Yes, fantastic work.
Play on quickly. West want it. Come forward, Little. They're offside, surely.
It's got to be.
Play on. No. Oh, now come on. Ian Irwin has called a knock on. David Liddell says they must have been offside.
You can virtually mouth those words, offside.
It won't do you any good though, Dave.
Filled it with something else, I think, but let's have a look. O'Reilly just not getting back. He did a brilliant tackle on Bowen, but he's not back to 10. Oh, costly error. The breakthrough. There's the inside pass to Bowen, and O'Reilly, fantastic. But from there, he doesn't get back. He doesn't mark up. Let's have a look. He's on his way back. He's not even marker. 3 markers Redcliffe have. It's got to be a penalty, I think, in my book.
8 minutes to go in the match. Ball fed by Adamson. Must be remembered, Redcliffe only with 12 men. With Jason McGrady in the bin. He'll be back for 1 minute. Whether that last minute will mean anything remains to be seen. Spark it is brought to ground. Redcliffe have played it very safe in the second half.
And Ian Irwin's kept them back a fantastic 10 metres in this grand final, and we've had such a great game, and I think he's had a major contribution to that.
Yeah, he's had a good game. Ian Graham up to play it. Lindsay.
Well, David, it's getting tight now. It's 5th tackle here for Redcliffe, but, you know, the scoreboard, 22-18, 7 to go. Pressure tells.
Schick knocks it downfield. Well done by Brett Schultz. He's been strong at the back as well. Good chase this by Redcliffe, even so late in the game.
Their fitness seems to be holding out. They're still running down, full of running. Great chase that time, like you said.
Elliott on for West. And breaks. He's the fresh man. Fires it on Johnny Little. Johnny Little fire. Oh, Brett Green's knocked it on.
Now, Unforced errors.
He just needed to hold that one. It was always a pretty hard pass.
Well, Johnny Little's not to know that he's getting a smash in the back from a Redcliffe player, but still, safety first, plenty of time. Putting themselves under pressure again.
O'Reilly to feed, only 6 minutes, a touch over 6 minutes to go in the grand final. Looks for the blind side, out to Spark, tries to get through, pops it back inside to Tweedy. Kahu Tweedy gets it inside the 20 metres. And a penalty. I think you should take the 2 points. It'll get them out to 6 points in front. And Ian Graham, the skipper, says that's what we'll look at.
Shane Vivian, Kahu Tweedy, let's have a look. Oh, I don't know about that. I think he was affecting the tackle. Lifting action in with the arm, who knows?
Wayne Miller trying to get the lead to 6 points. And at least the safety of the very least a playoff. Miller. Has he done it? Yes! 24 points to 18, they lead. 4.5 minutes to go in the match. Still with 12 men. Restart by West.
Well, it was a very fortunate goal there, David, but either way you look at it, West still had to score the try and still kick the goal to win it. Now they've still got to do the exact same thing, but this time it'll force a draw.
Let's see if they're capable of it. Redcliffe, who played it very safe in this second half, I'm sure are going to be just as keen to keep it quiet. That's Smallhorn. Adamson up to Graham. He's had a strong game, the skipper. Smallhorn to dummy half. Schick, straight forward, and a half a break. Johnny Little just around his ankles.
Well, the 90% of the crowd, which are all Dolphin supporters, they're willing their team on right now.
It's been a long time between drinks. 1965, the last time that Redcliffe won a grand final.
And in fact, David, since 1945, no team has won all 3 grades.
And Redcliffe, of course, won the first 2 here today, and they also won the Open Division. So it's been a great year for the Dolphins. They can't put this one in the cabinet yet, but certainly it's very close to it. 3 minutes to go.
Well, it's got to go wide to the back line.
Brett Green can't get his hands free. Yes, you have to go back to September the 11th, 1965, when Redcliffe played Valleys. And some of the great names of Brisbane football and ultimately Australian football. As West try and keep the ball alive. Artie Beetson was in that side, played in the second row. Contrary to a lot of talk that he played in the centres. I spoke to Artie before the game. He did play second row. Henry Holloway there, strutting there, popping the ball up and gets it on the outside of Elliott. From the fence from Smallhorn.
They've got to go back to the left. Redcliffe are broken out wide. They're not recovering as quick as they would like.
Fuller decides the high ball.
Plenty of time for Miller.
But pressure, he decides to pull out of it. The ball put loose and Smallhorn onto it. 2 minutes to go. West will get one more chance, I'm sure. This time Bevan Canning, who's been dangerous all day.
McGrady's back on, goes straight into the dummy half.
A little bit of time wasting now. Ian Irwin calls timeout. This time McGrady. Jason McGrady. They're back to their full complement. Minute and a half to go. And they're going to use every second they can in slow play the balls, and who could blame them? Ian Graham up the middle with a beautiful step.
Full running Ian Graham, the captain.
Smallhorn tries that little dash out of dummy half. That's only the 4th tackle. O'Reilly up to Schick. Can't be held by Fuller, but can be by Little. Field goal would seal it for them.
Adamson's the man to watch.
They're going to run it. Tweedy, out to Bevan Canning. Plenty of guts on the outside. Bevan Canning tries to cut back in. Keeps it alive. West in possession with a minute to go.
Oh, we're in for something here in the last 55 seconds.
We've still got a long way to go. 85 metres upfield. They try and move it quickly. McGrady comes up quickly too. Elliott in possession. Shane Vivian can't get his hands free.
They're going to go over to the left-hand side.
Terrible play the ball by Vivian. Out to Smith. Good defence by Spark, coming up very quickly. It's amazing what energy you can find at this time now. Berrigan tries that little kick, tackled.
Not on.
Penalty. Only seconds remaining. 24-18 in favour of Redcliffe.
No time for the...
Johnny Little decides they'll run it. Outside to Fuller to Elliott. Tackle back on the inside. There's the hooter. Stratton, can he get his hands free? No, he can't. He's surrounded by 4 players. 4 Dolphins. They've done it. 29 years it's been the drought. A number of West players slumped to their knees. The Redcliffe players jumped for joy because they've finally done it. They've had plenty of attempts in 29 years, and it's only today they've scored a great victory, 24 points to 18. A great victory for Redcliffe. Tony Curry with the Lang Park Trust, man of the match.
Well, David, I couldn't split the halves. Adamson and Tom O'Reilly, fantastic games. They went on the strength of the forward play. I'm going to have to go for Adamson with his greater kicking game. Fantastic game from the young fella.
There it is. For Redcliffe, tries by McGrady, Adamson, Schick and Pike. Miller kicked 4 from 5. Good effort from Wayne Miller. And for West, they weren't disgraced. They were the premiers. They went down fighting. Maguire, Vivian Smith and Mark Maguire kicked 3 from 4. Great grand final. The 1994 premiers. There they are, the Redcliffe Dolphins. Grant, how's it feel?
Feels pretty good, mate, yeah. Happy.
They really made you work for it, though, didn't they?
Mate, they're a good side, and I reckon they would have made it work for it if they only had 4 men on the field, I reckon.
Yeah, and of course you guys were down to 12 men there for the last 10 minutes, and the boys really pulled out all stops.
Yeah, I was tucking the big ones down. I didn't know when I could keep it up, but all the boys kept yelling at me, and we kept yelling at each other. It made it easier.
Had a great game yourself. Your kicking game, particularly strong.
I tried hard, mate.
Did a great job. Well done.
Can I just thank my employer and Myers, because they've helped me out through the year and that. They've let me have time off whenever I need it, and that has been great. And I'd like to thank my teammates too.
Well done, mate. Enjoy yourself. West captain Craig Bowen. Craig, you nearly got there, but just not quite.
Yeah, we had the opportunities. Unfortunate mistakes cost us the game dearly there. But they're a good side. They played well. We tried to lift, but they were just too good for today.
Well, you've won it twice before, so I guess it's been a good era for the Panthers, eh?
It has been a great era. It's been quite a good feat to make it in the final 4 years in a row. But this year we only had eight of the finalists from last year, so relatively, like out of 17-man squad, that's a majority that haven't been there before. So really this year you couldn't take a lot of experience out of the previous years. This was a whole new era and of players, that is, and we tried hard, but just unfortunately we lost today.
Hard luck, mate. The boys went down fighting.
Yeah, they're a great lot. The best thing we've got out of this club is our friendship off the field, and we usually carry that onto the field as it probably shows out there. But like I said, we'll come back next year stronger out of this, I hope.
Thanks, Craig. Good luck.
Thank you, David.
Redcliffe coach Ross O'Reilly, how's it feel?
Oh, mate, it's a great feeling.
Really good effort by the club all round too, wasn't it? Great year.
Oh, it's been a real good year. That's 5 out of 5 with our pub side winning 3rd grade and 3 grades here today. You know, there's been a lot of hard work done out there in the last couple of years. A lot of people rolled up their sleeves and got in and worked hard, and we got the results.
And today the boys really hung in there because West came back a couple of times at you.
They did. They probably had the match condition on us as well, but the boys, you know, there's a lot of will to win in the side. Good spirit.
This masser is able to relax your whole body by massaging and supporting your feet while you're walking.